we're here. It is fucking hectic.
A chicken strip sub.
Love yours. No such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing. No such thing. Heart beating fast. Let nigga know that he alive.
On today's vlog, we are heading to Cronulla. I'm heading there for a mentorship, a little bit of a business thing. So I'm freaking excited because this is my first actual business trip. And yeah, I'm just fucking excited to get into it. I've been to Cronulla once before and that was alright. It was a little bit odd for me. The reason why I say that is because I went there for about, I'd say half an hour. I lasted half an hour there. I went there. Place was beautiful, you know, real beachly vibe and all that stuff. Like a very nice area, very modern beachy type of area. The issue that I had is I felt very out of place. I went there and people they did not look like me. Let's just say that. They had blonde hair, they had white tan skin, and it was every person looked the exact same, and I was like, I'm not welcome here. I need to go. I'm going there now for a business trip, so there's a bit more of a reason there. The last time I just went for the sake of it, just to have a look around before I left. I'll actually tell you a bit of a story about that too. So I moved to Australia. I actually moved to Australia in 2023. I moved to Sydney, actually. That was the first place that I lived. If you don't know what my background is, that was the first place that I lived. I lived in Sydney 2023, and I lasted only 3 months. I was living so close to the city in Marrickville, if you know where it is, and I was working inside of the city, and it was just too much for me. I did not like Sydney. It was way too full on. Everyone was saying, yeah, it's fast paced, you're probably not going to like it. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm in business, man. I love fast paced stuff. I'm a businessman. Little did I know, I hated it. So 3 months I lasted there. But at the end of that time, the boys were telling me to go visit Cronulla, just to have a bit of a look around and stuff like that. So did it, very long trip, fell asleep on the train actually. And then I think the day after is when I left to go back home, go to New Zealand. And I stayed in New Zealand from 2023 August, because I did a half marathon in August, 2023 August to December 2024. So about a year and a half, close to that, whatever. And then we moved back over here. But this time we started in Wodonga, which is the complete opposite of Sydney. It's a place where there's barely anything happening. There's nothing really to do over here. So going back to Cronulla every now and then, going back to Sydney. We've been to Sydney a few times, been to Melbourne quite a few times, been to Gold Coast. It's been a perfect in-between place. The reason why I say that is because it's 3 hours from Melbourne and 5 from Sydney. So it's been absolutely perfect, but we just want more. We just wanted more. We didn't move to Australia to move to a same place to move to the same place, but just in Australia, essentially. That's what it feels like over here. It's like Napier, Hastings in New Zealand if you're from there, but it's just slower. And yeah, I didn't want slower, I wanted a little bit faster, but just a happy medium. Again, been perfect for the last 10 months, but if you're seeing this, we're probably in the middle of moving to Newcastle. That's where our next spot is. We're moving to Newcastle. During this trip, I'm probably going to be making some calorie conscious decisions in terms of food, and then also high protein options. So I'm going to be sharing that journey with you, just give you a bit of insight into the decisions I make, some options you can choose that are on the go around Aussie. But yeah.
You know, 2 hours on the bike, and then 2 hours at nighttime, and I had to go swim 2 more miles, and I had 3 hours in the gym.
All right, first meal purchased on the road, and that was a Subway. I'm not even a big fan of Subway, but low calories, or lowish calories, very high protein, very good protein counts. So what did I get? I got a chicken strip sub, 6-inch. That is going to be 600 and something calories with 45 grams of protein, or 44 grams of protein. And then the next thing I got was the M&M cookie, 214 calories with I don't know how much protein. So that's going to be around 850 calories there. And then to save me calories, I've got a Coke Zero. So that how you do this on the road. And the reason why I'm going to keep a high protein is because if I have a lower protein meal, I'm not going to be satiated, I'm not going to be satisfied, so it's highly likely that I'm going to get further down the road and I'm going to grab me something else. That's why you always go for the highest protein meal. Very high protein, lean meats like chicken, beef mince is a good protein source, but it's going to be very high in fats. So that's why you always go a white meat like a fish or protein, or a chicken on the road. If they say it's lean mince or something like that on the menu, then go for it. If they don't, then I would recommend staying away from it. And then sauces and stuff like that, you want to try and refrain from doing that as well, because that's going to bump up the calories. Just for a little bit of extra flavour, it's probably not worth the calories. Again, I'm someone that's all for flavour, someone that's all for enjoyment, but when that enjoyment is wearing on the enjoyment of the body you have during summer, then it's not enjoyment. It's just you got to give up something to see something that you want to see. All right. So something pretty funny's happened here. I was telling you guys about a story where I came here and I didn't like it because it was like the same kind of people, but the area that I came to, it wasn't too bad. I hadn't been here in ages. We freaking look around, the place that I pulled up to is the exact same place that I left from. Fucking hectic. So I don't know exactly where I'm staying, but I'm staying up there. I feel like that's the place I walk past and I'm like, fuck, imagine going there. Imagine going in that place. Brother, I'm staying in there. Wasn't cheap either. Yeah, this is what I was saying earlier. I was talking about how I had come to this place and just didn't feel at home. Everything was too rich. And then I was like, I arrived and I was like, why is my hotel right there? That's the spot that I was like, I'll never be up there. I had no idea why I was wondering that, but bro, look at where I am. I'm at the top of it, bro. We're making moves. Look at this place. Brother, this place is unreal. Right on the shore of the beach. Why wouldn't you? And now it's all mine. How good. I'm here at Cronulla Beach and this place is hectic, bro. This place is actually insane. Look at this. So yeah, going to be here for the next 2 days. I think I'll leave. I think we're leaving on Saturday. Tomorrow got a work event I'm pretty excited for. Going to meet a few people. I think a few big names are going to be there. So. Alright, so there's probably going to be a few questions as to what I'm actually doing in Cronulla. I've teamed up with someone as of recent and he's mentoring me. And yeah, basically it wasn't supposed to happen because I told him on the phone, bro, I've already got a mentorship group that I'm a part of. It's going great. And he's like, yeah, all good. We'll jump on a phone call, bro, see how it goes. I just want to see what I can help with. I'm like, sweet. And we jumped on this phone call and he made so many changes to one thing that I could already see the potential as to our partnership and also as to the improvement of my business. It was one of the scariest things I've done because business hasn't been as well as it was at the end of last year because moving over to Australia I just had different priorities. Then, had a phone call with this guy and it was one of the biggest risks. I think I was at the point where I was like, nah, I can't do this anymore. It's just struggle street. And then found him, helped out, and then he literally made some calculations. My business has grown 100% in terms of income since joining him 2 months ago. And as soon as he said, well, we've got a VIP opportunity if you want to come through and catch up with a few others, I was like, brother, that's me. And if you know me, I'm a bit of a risk taker. I love risk. I love challenges. I love all that stuff. And that's why I kind of knew that, this risk that I was going to take was not really a risk because I knew it was going to pay off. And that's why, I hate it. I absolutely hate it when I'm talking to someone. They say they want to change their lives, in terms of fitness, obviously, but they say they want to change their lives. They're sick of looking at themselves this way. And then as soon as there's a financial aspect involved, even if they can afford it, can't afford it, I completely understand that. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. It's a risk. I completely understand that. There's a reason why you are where you are, and the dream person you've wanted to be is where they are. If you get what I'm saying there, I'm not just trying to rip into you, but that was my mindset, is that there's a reason why he is where he is and why every other person he coaches is where they are. It's because they took a risk. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. We're starting off with a training session with everyone. Then we head to the actual coaching event, and then we have dinner around 6. So see what I can film for you guys. Pretty excited to do this because it's the first networking event I've done for business ever. We've done the expos and stuff like that, which have been great as an influencer, but as a coach, as a business, as a mentor, I've never been able to do those stuff. I just don't have those connections around here. So it is freaking awesome to travel somewhere and just experience some of that stuff. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Absolutely beautiful. Morena, it's Friday. We're about 6 hours away from home. And what are we doing? Same old shit. I love having some kind of filling breakfast, like slow digesting carbs with oats. This is not going to be slow digesting. I don't have much fats with it. And I've added in a few blueberries and some honey. This is what life is supposed to be like. If you don't dream of living by the beach, come on, man. We dreamed of it in Tauranga. Went there to go look at a house actually just before we moved to Oz, because we were like, do we move to Oz or do we stay here? We're close to everyone. And yeah, so we went to Tauranga. I think specifically Papamoa. We stayed at like a beach place, right on the beach. Fuck, it was unreal. It was so unreal. We booked the trip back the week after, a day trip to go check it out again. But it was a day trip because we were looking at a house and we're like, is that where we were going to be going? It wasn't the right house for us, to be honest. Like, it was a nice place, but it was very tiny, and it was very expensive. We're like, all right, we'll just go to Aussie. And we've been inland for so long that we appreciate the beach so much. Like, every time we go, Gold Coast, unreal. The Gong, unreal. That was beautiful, that place. And then we've been a few other places where the beaches are crazy, but coming back to here, it's just sparking that feeling again. So the event's all done. It was pretty fucking cool, actually. It was pretty cool to be a part of a room where, you know, a lot of successful coaches were in, a lot of people within my industry, a lot of people within the same kind of region. It's something completely different to what I've done before, because typically, or before this, my mentorship group that I was a part of was awesome. Like, it got me to the stage that I'm at the moment. But it was just, you didn't have that kind of connection because it was all based in a completely different country, hours away from where we are currently. So to be in a room with these people that are in the exact same spot as you, it just felt so much more fulfilling, I guess you'd say. The mentor that I'm with at the moment talked about the mistakes that he's made, the things he's done well, and how well he's done them. And it's basically, like, my opinion on today is basically just the reason why we need to listen to him, because he's been in and done the stuff that we've done. He's taken those learnings and applied them to what he's doing at the moment, which is managing other coaches' business. So it was freaking cool, man. It was freaking cool to be a part of a thing like that. And then also met a few other guys, which was freaking hectic because I barely know anyone that's over here. I just haven't teed up any kind of networking stuff. So get in contact with those guys, so it was freaking pretty hectic. And then just being a part of this, like, fucking look at this, man. Like, brother, what am I doing here? I'm not supposed to be here. Just a small guy from Napier, New Zealand. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm able to work here. It's fucking hectic, man. But yeah, I didn't even know what else to say. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So we got dinner tonight. Within another hour, so I'm going to try and do some more work. Then Deb's decided to tee up with me, so she decided to put the dog into a doggy daycare and come and meet me in Cronulla. Then we're going to shoot to Newcastle and do a little bit of a looky-loo. So yeah, pretty hectic, pretty excited. I'll see you guys maybe for dinner, maybe not, maybe just see you guys tomorrow, maybe when I see Deb. I have no idea, mate. I'm going to see you when I fucking see ya. Morena, everybody. How about that one? Morena. So we just came back from the cafe. It was recommended to us in Cronulla, Ham and Harry's, and the mocha. We don't usually get anything else. Skim mocha, skinny mocha, however you call it. Fucking beautiful. But today, what we're going to be doing is we're heading to Newcastle. We're going to look at some houses because we are moving there. And after that, we have no idea what we're doing. Haven't really planned anything. I'm quite tired at the moment. Old mate didn't get in till 10 past 10 last night. We didn't get to bed till 11. Stress follows me everywhere I go. She even got on the train to come to Cronulla.
10 hours.
So, we're currently at the end of Nobby Beach, isn't it? Or Nobby Lighthouse or something like that. It's been taking a bit of convincing for us to actually like this place. We came here and we've been looking at moving here. I think you guys would have heard the whole vlog that we've been talking about moving here. We came to do a few house inspections and the house inspections were old, pretty expensive as well, and that's why we didn't like what the frick we were seeing. I guess we saw a few houses, probably got a bit of a mood on us, and then we were hungry, and then it was frickin' hot.
30 something degrees, what the fuck?
And that just rained down a whole bunch of terror. She looked like shit. I didn't look too bad, but I think looking at her made me feel worse. Yeah, we've got about 6k's to go until we finish this walk. In verdict after this, it's pretty quiet. Like I think I was hoping for something that had a bit more rush and noise and stuff like that, but this place is pretty beautiful. Like the more we've talked about it, the more we've tried to understand what the actual problem is with this place.
That was us.
I don't know, I think it was the households. This place pretty much compares to the places we've been though. I think it's got its own little swag to it. Gold Coast and Cronulla felt pretty similar in terms of the type of people you saw there and the type of vibe you got from it, like beachy party kind of vibe. This one seems a little bit more chill. I think you get the similar vibe, but just not as overwhelming, I guess you'd say. Now, whose auntie is this with the 1 foot up? Oh, Captain Cook. I'll probably get a few questions as to why I actually make YouTube videos and why I'm pretty inconsistent with it. Reason why is because I'm not trying to do anything with it. I'm not trying to grow a big following, or I'm not trying to, become famous or anything like that. There's no real purpose behind doing YouTube vlogs. It's for memories and just enjoying it. I kind of enjoy vlogging and I enjoy looking back at things. And because of the content I post on Instagram, it's all value stuff. It's pretty different to the stuff that we do on YouTube. Well, I do on YouTube, just a bit more myself. Just be myself, which is pretty key, eh? But yeah.
Love yours. No such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours.